I beg to mention item number 9, Lordship. Matter may be taken about 29, Lordship. We have newly engaged Mr. S.K. Talukdar, Lordship. Some personal difficulty today.
Lordship, huh?
Can proceed.
Mr. Busho, anything?
On 29th, Lordship.
No fixed date. After a week. On request of Mr. A.B.T. Hawk, learned counsel for the petitioner, let this case be listed after a week.
Otherwise, may not be listed, Lordship. On date
No, you make prayer after a week because we don't know.
obliged.
May I please, Your Lordship? Your Lordship, I beg to mention item number 11, Your Lordship. Your
Yes,
Lordship, in this matter, we need some certified copies of newly deposited witnesses, Your Lordship. So matter may be adjourned for the day, Your Lordship.
what is your name?
I.H. Laskar, Your Lordship.
Heard Mr. I.H. Laskar, learned counsel for the petitioner who submits that he is not in a position to argue this case today as some certified copies of some certain documents are required. Considering the submissions made by learned counsel, this prayer is adjourned for a week.
I'll have one, Your Lordship.
This case is adjourned for a week.
May I please, Your Lordship? Lordship, I beg to mention item number 28 of supplementary list.
Yes,
This matter may taken up first week of June, madam. Third or fourth.
why you are praying for adjournment? Reason.
Madam, in this case, madam, notice was served, madam, through madam, officer in charge of the concerned police station. As per office note, madam,
Notice has not yet served.
madam.
Okay. Heard Mr. S. Munir. Heard, what is your name?
J. Ali, madam.
Heard Mr. J. Ali, who prays for an adjournment in this case. Also heard Mr. K. Busho, who does not opposes the prayer. Let this matter be listed after
First week of June.
a week.
My lord.
After 1 week.
My lord, madam. I'm obliged.
May I plead, Your Lordship? I beg to mention item number 19, Lordship, BA number 1388. Lordship, I have filed and written objection, Lordship, in this matter on 21st May.
Yes. So what is your
Lordship,
prayer?
that may be brought to the record, Lordship, today.
Okay. Go ahead.
Obliged.
May I please, the Lordship? Lordship, I pray for adjournment of item number 17 of the daily list. Lordship, the conducting counsel is out of station for some emergency. Lordship.
Heard Miss
F. Yasmin.
S.
Yasmin.
S. Yasmin, learned counsel for the petitioner, who prays for an adjournment on the ground that
Yes.
conducting counsel is out of station.
Lordship, in this matter, case diary received.
Stop. Mr. K. Busher, learned additional public prosecutor, submits that the case diary is available. However, considering the submissions made by learned counsel for the petitioner, the prayer is allowed. Let this matter be listed after a week. The case diary may be retained till next day.
Obliged.
Lordship. Prayer for upgradation of item 14, Lordship.
No upgradation. Why?
Lordship, today is 57 days, Lordship.
No, we are in the second half. So there is no, let us see.
Right, Lordship. Can it be last item?
Let us see.
Obliged.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes.
Your Lordship, due to some difficulties in the petition, Your Lordship, we may be allowed to withdraw the petition, Your Lordship.
What is your name?
I.H. Laskar.
Heard Mr. I.H. Laskar, learned counsel for the petitioner, who prays for allowing the instant bail application to be withdrawn on the instructions of the petitioner. The prayer is allowed. This case is dismissed on withdrawal.
I will go.
None appears for the petitioner on call. All officers.
May please, Your Lordship. This is my lord. This is an application filed under section 439, my lord, to import a regular bail in connection with Pathakandi case number 360/2023, my lord. I will draw your lordship attention to this annexure 1, my lord, which is FIR.
Notice will have to go.
My lord,
Notice will have to go to the,
my lord,
will issue notice.
my lord.
Since when the petitioner is in jail?
Since 10, my lord, 10, 12,
10th of December.
December, my lord. Even the IOL has also already submitted the search sheet, my lord.
Charge sheet has been laid.
The trial is going on, my lord. The fact is that in the affair is the most unbelievable story, my lord, that has been raised.
Now,
in
what is the stage of the trial?
That initial stage, my lord.
Whether charges are framed?
No, that is, I'm also not sure that I have not inquired, my lord, about that, my lord. But even the case, the trial is going on, my lord.
Okay. Heard Mr. N.C. Das, learned senior advocate, assisted by Miss M. Devi, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. K. Bosher, learned additional public prosecutor. This application under section 439 of the Code of Criminal Procedure has been filed by the petitioner, namely Shri Kishore Sinha, who has been detained behind the bars since 10/12/2023. 10/12/2023. In connection with Patharkandi PS case number 361/2023, corresponding to what is the
My lord.
special case number?
Case number 361 of 2023, my lord.
No, that is the PS case number.
My lord.
Now, after
Oh,
framing
specific.
of charge sheet,
It is.
since this is a case involving section 6 of the POCSO, involving offense under section 6 of the POCSO Act, let the notices be issued to the respondent number 2 through the jurisdiction of the victim resides in
So special case number 267 of 2023, my lord.
special case.
PU within bracket SO 267 of 2023.
PS case officer लिख दो,
It is.
corresponding to special POCSO case number 267.
267.
267/2023. Issue notice to the respondent number 2. Through the officer in charge of Dharmanagar Police Station as per the mode prescribed by the division bench of this court in the case of Deepak Nayak versus State of Assam.
Well, actually, it should not be by Pathakandi PS, my lord.
But you have given address of Dharamnagar, victim's address.
Inform is from
But notice will go to the guardian or
guardian of my lord.
guardian of the victim. Victim is from Tripura.
My lord.
Victim do not have a local address.
No, that's it.
You take steps. In the meanwhile, also call for the Scan copy of the case record of special POXO case number,
Patharkandi, PS number 361 of 2020.
special POXO case number 273/23, as well as scan copy of the case diary of Patharkandi PS case number 361/2023. Let this case be listed again on after 2 weeks, 12th June, 12th of June.
Right. Published.
Wait, please, Your Lordship. 439 application, Lordship. The petitioners are in custody for 44 days as on today. Your Lordship will find the FIR at page 8. And relevant portion, Your Lordship, now let's say page 9.
What is the offense? 130.
120 gold bars in biscuits were recovered from a vehicle where that petitioners were traveling with.
Case diary is there.
No,
It is-
today is the first day.
We'll call for case diary.
Short date will be, you have 60 days, mandatory 44 days in custody.
You have any objection?
Yes, Lordship.
He has objection.
Value is more than
Only
14
I'm
crores.
on Short date. Lordship.
Had it, whether if he had conceded, then question of considering bail. to be. Otherwise, we'll call for the case diary.
Angle of smuggling is also there.
Okay. Heard Mr. A. Ahmed, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. A.C.K.R. learned counsel, learned standing counsel, DRI. This application under section 439 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, 1973, has been filed by the petitioners, namely 1, 2, 3, name of the petitioner, who are detained behind the bars since 11/4/2024 in connection with DRI case number 03/CL/IMP/GOLD/DRI/GZU/2024/2025 under section 110/104 and 135 of the Customs Act 1962. Stop. Perusal of the case diary would be necessary for consideration of the instant bail application, considering the value of the gold involved in this case. Call for the case diary. When
On 4th of June.
let this matter be
Third,
laid?
Lordship. On third, Lordship.
Third,
That is Monday, Lordship.
let it be on 4th. Let this case be listed again on 4th of June. 4/6/2020.
May I please, Your Lordship? Lordship, the matter may be adjourned. Pass over for timing, Your Lordship. The senior advocate HRA Chaudhary will appear, Your Lordship.
Today,
Yes, Your Lordship,
okay.
for timing.
My pleasure, Lordship. Page 9 is the FIR, Lordship.
Case
Earlier,
diary is there.
CD was confirmed, Lordship, earlier.
Lordship, it is in the motion stage today.
No, Lordship.
No,
CD was
but
called for
case
earlier.
diary was called for on last day.
That is not received, Lordship.
CD called for, Lordship. Step was taken, Lordship. POXO is there, Lordship.
Notice is also not yet served.
No, hearing.
Let the case diary come.
Lordship, it should be come in the hearing column, Lordship. Here. Today it is in the motion column, Lordship.
Okay. Heard Mr. What is your name?
AK Azad, Lordship.
Heard Mr. A.K.
Short
Azad,
date maybe, Lordship.
learned counsel
Petitioner is
for
there,
the
Lordship. There,
petitioner.
Lordship.
Also heard Mr. K. Busher, learned additional public prosecutor. It appears from office note dated 16/5/2024 that the notices issued to the Respondent number 2 has not yet returned back. Learned additional public prosecutor is requested to you inquire about the
Yes.
notices from requested to inquire regarding the fate of the notices issued to the respondent number 2 through the officer in charge of jurisdictional police station and let this court know about the fate on the next date fixed. Learned additional public prosecutor has also prayed for some more time for producing the case diary, which was called for on last occasion. So the prayer is allowed. Let this case be listed again on
Next week, Lordship, any day, Lordship.
7th of June.
June, Lordship. Most of it.
Maybe it was.
Will find FIR is page 17, 17.
Charge sheet has been laid.
Yes. Charge not framed, charge sheet already filed. Charge sheet filed on 31st July, page 23. Page 23.
What is your ground?
I'm not named in the FIR matter, only because.
But you
they
are
have
named in the charge sheet.
apprehended- Yes, but charge sheet I do not find any specific whole matter, nothing was there. Simple matter, your lordship will find my name comes, yeah, only if they show that absconder they have shown. Sorry, madam. I'm not a the charge sheet, your lordship, my name is page 29, yes. Page 29.
We'll call for these
Do you
scan
know-
copies of the record.
That is normal fixtures, all the short date if possible, madam. Scan copy being the
Third, Mr. H.R.A. Chaudhary, learned senior counsel, assisted by Miss, what's her name? Yes, Mr. R. A. Majumdar, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. K. Bashir, learned additional public prosecutor. This application under section 439 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, 1973, has been filed by the petitioner, namely Ahmed Ali, who has been detained behind the bar since 14/4/2023 within bracket for last 406 days in connection with special NDPS case number 35/2023 pending before the court of learned Special Judge Karimganj. Stop. Considering the fact that the case involves commercial quantity of contraband, perusal of the scanned copy of the case record of special NDPS case number 35/2023, as well as scanned copy of the case diary of Bajari Sera PS case number 86/2023 would be necessary, hence call for the same registry to take steps for requisitioning the aforesaid record scan copy. Let this case be listed again on 13/6,
What is?
13 June.
13 June. Let when my lords 10.
Okay,
Wow.
10 June. 10 June.
Item 24 for supplementary.
My please, Your Lordship. Lordship, FIR is page number 8, Your Lordship. I am custody total 20 days, Your Lordship.
How many days?
Page number 8, Your Lordship. Relevant portion is page number 10, Your Lordship.
What is the offense? UAPA 30,
Para
30.
A is connected to me. My name is Tazan Kanaya.
Case diary would be required.
Lordship, nothing was recovered, Your Lordship. Seizure list is page number 16, Your Lordship.
No,
That
let-
was discussed, Your Lordship. Nothing recovered, Your Lordship. Relevant portion page number 16, Your Lordship. I am not a member admittedly, your lordship,
But 13 is there.
on
Let us
40,000
see
rupees, motorcycle. your
Case
lordship.
diary would be required. Heard, Mr. Heard, Mr.
Yeah,
A.R. Karim, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. K. Bashir. Perusal of the case diary would be necessary for consideration of the instant bail application, hence call for the case diary. Fixing,
I prefer short date, your lordship.
yes, Mr. Bashir.
Yes, lordship. So please. 13th, lordship is also right.
Lordship, 13 is long date. On 3rd, your lordship, make any, your lordship.
No, he has to bring the
Yes,
case.
lordship.
Give a shorter date,
Yes, lord. Lordship 10 then.
10th of,
First
Then-
week, your lordship, on 3rd. your lordship. Lordship, another case is pending, your lordship. 31, your lordship, that is fixed on 31.
CD is called for,
Call for.
okay, on 31.
I shall provide the number, your lordship.
Yes.
31,
1449, your lordship, or 2024, your lordship, BA.
31, 5,
BA
2024.
1449 of 2024.
Along with bail application number,
1449 of 2024.
along with 1449 of 2024. Okay.
See, it is a case of cattle, your lordship, transporting, your lordship. I am not driver, not handyman, your lordship. I am not the FIR name accused person, your lordship. FIR is page number 14, your lordship. Vernacular is page
No,
number.
why are you
eight.
arrested? Why are you arrested?
Lordship, in ground, your lordship, I am seller on bull, your lordship. That's why the driver or handyman may reveal, your lordship. I am seller, your lordship, on bull of my domestic use, your lordship.
Yes,
Due to urgent need of
yes,
my
Mr.
nanny.
Bush.
CD.
I may be allowed to go on bail, your lordship. Kindly say FIR is page number 8, your lordship.
After perusal of the case. Heard Mr. A.R. Karim, learned counsel for the petitioner, also heard Mr. K. Bashir, learned additional public prosecutor. Call for the case diary fixing
Lordship, on the 3rd or 4th, your lordship.
4th, lordship.
4th of June for case diary.
Oblige, your lordship.
Me too, your lordship. Look, NDPS intermediate quantity, madam, 31 days. Caesar disease.
Why your prayer was rejected by the trial court? Why it was rejected? Will peruse, how much
Yes.
quantity?
76 grams, madam.
Heroin.
Intermediate quantity.
Heroin.
not superfluous.
Let us call for the
Yes,
case
yes.
diary. Heard Mr. S. Das, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. K. Bashir, learned additional public prosecutor. Perusal of the case diary would be necessary for consideration of the instant bail application, hence call for the case diary. Fixing
13/6.
13/6 for case diary.
Highly honest.
Make for 13th deliberation, lordship. FIR is page 13, my lord. I am the registered owner of the vehicle, my lord. Allegation is 27 number category going to the Meghalaya, my lord. 2 persons were arrested. For it, my lord.
Why are you apprehending?
My lord.
What
I'm the
is it-
vehicle owner. Page
What
15.
is your ground?
Because my vehicle is laying in the police station, my lord. And my lord, and tried to, my lord, granted Jimme. My vehicle, I could not collect, I could not receive my vehicle, my lord.
No, but your involvement in the offense,
My involvement is not there, my lord.
what is your plea? whether you were involved or
My
not.
name is not in the FIR.
Yes, Mr. Bashir.
Let us produce the serial.
Okay. Heard Mr.
APR.
A.K. Azad, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. After perusal of the case diary,
My interim production may be given, my lord, because of my lord,
also heard Mr.
my
K.
commercial
Bushra,
vehicle is there.
learned additional public prosecutor. This application under section 438 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, 1973, has been filed by the petitioner Rafiqul Islam, who is apprehending his arrest in connection with Vashishta PS case number 291/2024 under section 379 IPC, read with section 11 within bracket 1 within bracket small d of the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960, read with section 13 within bracket 1/16 of the Assam Cattle Preservation Act 2021. The gist of accusation in this case is that on 28/4/2024, one Shri Rituparna Kolita, SI of Police of Jorabat Police Outpost, had lodged an FIR before the officer in charge of Vashishta Police Station, inter alia, alleging that on that day at about 10 p.m. on getting a specific input from reliable sources that on the next day at around 4:30 p.m. 4:30 a.m. some vehicle would be carrying illegal cattle, in Naka checking was conducted at Jorabat area, and a vehicle bearing registration number AS27C7797 was intercepted, and on search it was found that it was carrying 27 numbers of cattle without valid documents. Stop. The driver and the helper of the said trucks, said vehicle, were arrested. Stop. The present petitioner, learned counsel for the petitioner, has submitted that the petitioner is the registered owner of the seized truck, and he is in no way involved in the offense alleged in the FIR, as the cattle were carried in the said vehicle without his knowledge. It is also submitted by learned counsel for the petitioner that the seized truck has already been granted in Jimma to the petitioner by which court?
Provided 25/2024.
Which court?
Learned SDGM 2.
By the court of learned SDGM 2. However, he apprehends that he may be arrested if he may be arrested by police if he approaches the police for taking the Jimma of the seized vehicle. Stop. He has, learned counsel for the petitioner has also submitted that the petitioner is ready to cooperate in the investigation. Stop. On the other hand, learned additional public prosecutor has submitted that perusal of the case diary would be necessary for consideration of the instant bail application. Hence, call for the case diary, fixing
14:6.
14:6 for case diary. In the meanwhile, as the petitioner is not a named accused in the FIR, and as he is ready to cooperate in the investigation, the above named petitioner is directed to appear before the investigating officer of the Vashishta PS case number 291/2024 within a period of 10 days from the date of this order and cooperate in the investigation. Stop. If he does so within the stipulated period of time, comma, in the event of his arrest in connection with Vashishta PS case number 291/2024, the above named petitioner shall be allowed to go on interim bail of rupees 30,000 with one surety of like amount, subject to the satisfaction of the arresting authority with following conditions, number 1 and number 2. Let this
love
case
it.
be listed again on 19,
I love.
19, 14/6.
14/6. May I please? This is an application under section 438 CRPC, your lordship. The FIR, your lordship, is at page. Your lordship will get it. Page 12 is the translated copy, your lordship. 13. 14, 15, your lordship, vernacular, your lordship. 10 এখানে করবো না, না? Allegation of molestation is not against me, your lordship.
What is your name?
Siron Das, your lordship. Now what has happened, your lordship? Molestation allegation against one Sanjit Das or Opu Das. Now what has happened, your lordship? I found them, your lordship, both of them fighting, your lordship. So I separated, your lordship. Taking that chance, your lordship, the main accused fled, your lordship. Out of that anger, your lordship, this FIR, your lordship, lost, your lordship. An allegation is that যদিও মালিয়ামত নিবাসী চিৰণ দাস নামৰ ব্যক্তিজনে মোক মাৰপিট কৰি বলপূৰ্বকভাৱে অপু দাস নামৰ ল'ৰাজনক হাতৰ পৰা পাৰ সুবিধা দিয়ে 325 your lordship will at best will be attracted and they have 325 is there, your lordship, which is available, your lordship, otherwise. Very specific, we are firing, your lordship.
Yes, Mr. Bushra.
So POCSO is there, lordship. POCSO is there, but I will not be affected, your lordship.
POCSO allegations are not against him.
Very specific, your lordship.
Section
ঘটনাটো জনোৱাত মই দৌৰি গৈ
Let
উপদেশ
us see the case diary.
lordship.
What is your submission?
A perusal of the city, lordship.
Why are you apprehending?
Lordship, now your lordship, police has started.
Heard Mr. S. Borthakur, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. K. Bushra, learned additional public prosecutor. This application under section 438 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, 1973, has been filed by the petitioner, namely Siron Das, who is apprehending his arrest in connection with Golokganj PS case number 440/2023 under section 341/354A/354B/325/354 of the Indian Penal Code, read with section 8 of the POCSO Act. Stop. The gist of accusation in this case is that on 2/11/2023, the father of the victim girl lodged an FIR before the before the in charge of Sagolia Police Outpost, inter alia, alleging that on 2/11/2024 at about 4:15 PM in the evening. Let us see the case diary.
Lords,
Thereafter we'll decide. No
Lordship,
interim now.
Lordship, on the face of the FIR, your Lordship, the POXO sections will not
Does
be
not
affected, your Lordship.
affect against you.
Lordship. That's my case, your Lordship. Otherwise I
What
would
was the
not
last name?
apply for your Lordship.
Alleging that on 2/11/2024 at about 4:15 PM, when the daughter of the first informant went to attend her tuition with two of her friends, the accused person, namely Sanjit Das and one Apu Das, intercepted her and started showing indecent gestures and tried to commit wrong deed with her daughter, and to save from those boys, the daughter of the informant ran towards the paddy field, and immediately the matter was informed to the first informant, who came to the spot and caught hold of Apu Das. But Apu Das, stop. It is also alleged in the FIR that the present petitioner had assaulted the informant, and as a result of which the accused Apu Das escaped. It is also alleged that the two accused persons had also Nalage. Stop. Learned counsel for the petitioner has submitted that on bare perusal of the FIR, it would reveal that the allegation of indecent gestures towards the daughter of the informant has been made against the other two accused persons, namely Apu Das and Sanjit Das, and no allegation of any offense under Section POXO Act or indecent assault against the victim has been made against the present petitioner. The 325 is bailable.
Bailable.
The learned counsel for the petitioner has also submitted that the allegation against the present petitioner is only of assaulting the informant, which he has denied. It is submitted by learned counsel for the petitioner that when the accused Apu Das and the first informant were altercating with each other, the present petitioner, intervened between them, and at that time the accused Apu Das escaped. The petitioner submits that he is ready to cooperate in the investigation. Stop. As the case involves offense under POCSO Act, let the notice to the respondent number 2 be sent as per the mode prescribed by a division bench of this court in the case of Deepak Naik versus State of Assam. The petitioner shall take steps for issuance of notice as per the said mode. Let also the case diary of Golokganj PS case number 440/2023 be called for. Fixing 14/6/2024 for case diary. Stop. However, in the meanwhile, as the allegation against the present petitioner is only of physically assaulting the present petitioner, which he has denied, and no allegation of any indecent gesturing to the daughter of the first informant or any offense under POCSO Act has been made against the present petitioner, he is directed to appear before the investigating officer of Golokganj PS case number 440/2023 within a period of 10 days from the date of this order and cooperate in the investigation. Stop. If he does so within the stipulated period of time, in the event of his arrest in connection with Golokganj PS case number 440/2023, the above named petitioner shall be allowed to go on interim bail of rupees 30,000 with one surety of like amount to the satisfaction of the arresting authority with following conditions. Condition number 1 and 2. Let this case be listed again on 14/6.
Deeply obliged.
That is a lordship. Lordship 438 application lordship. Offense under section lordship 354 AIPC rated section 6 of the POCSO Act lordship. FIR is page 11 lordship.
6 of the POCSO Act.
Yes, lordship.
What is 6?
Lordship, FIR is page
What
11.
is 6 of the POCSO Act?
Lordship, 6 is the lordship. Sexual assault, the lordship. I know. Lordship. Punishment is the lordship.
What is the punishment? Where is the FIR?
Maximum life imprisonment lordship. Page 11 lordship.
For 6, the maximum punishment is life.
10 years.
Go through the provision and then tell me.
Also 10 years.
10 years. I'm sorry, lordship. Lordship, this case is lordship, though it was registered under POCSO section lordship. Lordship, facts is lordship something another lordship. I'd like to read out the FIR lordship, just few minutes lordship. May I read lordship?
No, there are allegations in the FIR.
Yes, allegation is there, lordship. But lordship, please, peruse the page 17, lordship. Page 17, lordship.
What is page 7?
17 lordship, it was a lordship, case lordship under section 107 CRPC.
We are
Lost by
issuing
the
notice,
informant,
we are
accused
issuing
petitioner
notice
lordship.
and calling for the
Yes,
case diary.
Lordship. This case was lost by the accused person, present accused person against the lordship informant and lordship other 7 accused lordship. And lordship, in this case lordship, I have categorically stated that before the authority there, lordship,
Let us.
there is a
page-
conspiracy against me going on. And they are openly threatened to me lordship, they will lose the case by a minor girl just because of harassment.
Let us
and-
peruse the case diary.
Yes, lordship, case there is required lordship, but lordship, present petitioner lordship is asked about lordship 55 years old man lordship. I'm paying for some lordship interim by lordship. Yes, lordship, actually lordship allegation is not a lordship, based on true lordship facts lordship.
No, to find out whether it is true or false,
Lordship.
we have
Yes,
to
yes,
peruse the case diary. Heard Mr. G.
AK Azad
Uddin,
lordship.
heard Mr. A.K. Azad, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. K. Busher, learned additional public prosecutor. This application under section 438 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, 1973, has been filed by the petitioner Abdul Majid Mullah, who is apprehending his arrest in connection with Kolgosia PS case number 49/2023 under section 354A of the Indian Penal Code, read with section 6 of the POCSO Act, 2012. Issue notice to the respondent number 2 by the, as per the mode prescribed in the case of Deepak Naik versus State of Assam. The petitioner shall take steps for issuance of notice as per the aforesaid mode. Also call for the case diary of Kolgosia PS case number 49/2024. As perusal of the same is felt necessary for consideration of the instant bail application. Fixing, yes,
12/6.
12/6 for case diary.
Most of them. Item number 8.
Please, your lordship.
Please, your lordship.
My lord,
The matter may be fixed on Tuesday. I'm here to suit adjournment for the day.
my lord, this petitioner
Why,
is
why?
2 years.
Actually,
at
my
the bar.
senior is engaged in some other court,
Who is your senior?
Ezekiel, sir.
Yes.
My lord, meantime, my lord, up to date record, my lord.
Not received by a person.
Not received. Not received, my lord. So lordship may fix on that day and.
Up to date records are not there.
Not
No, what is
received,
the
my lord.
status
I
of
did
the-
have the order of this honorable court, my lord.
No, what is the? No, what up to date records are necessary?
Well, already charged
How-
the case.
How many witnesses are examined?
My lord, that information is not.
Okay.
That's why.
Heard Mr.
Jiuddin.
Uddin, learned counsel for the petitioner, also heard Miss, what's her name?
PK Khakulia.
PK Khakulia, learned counsel appearing for NCB. It appears that by order dated 23/4/24, an up-to-date case record was called for. However,
Clear also called for.
same has arrived. It is there.
Is there, my lord. Then lordship may fix on.
Tuesday.
The scanned copy of the case record has arrived. Stop. However, learned counsel for the NCB has prayed for an adjournment on the ground that conducting counsel, Mr. A.C. K.R. is on legs in some different court. Considering the submissions made by learned counsel, the prayer is allowed. Let this case be listed
My lord,
again
Tuesday.
on what is Tuesday,
28th.
28th for let this case be accordingly listed on 28th.
My lord, earlier record was received by the honorable court, my lord. Thereafter, up to date was called for.
No,
Whether
but
it
the
is up-
order was of 23/4. And the Case records received are of 6/5. Tuesday,
Much obliged.
28/5.
May it please, your lordship. Four 39 of CRPC. And your lordship, the accused was arrested on 15/6/2021. And today
15/6.
completed two years, 9 months, your lordship. And 2 years now, 9 months is no need for finishing the trial, your lordship, if it is both going to be up to date, your lordship. So, your lordship, the charge has been framed on 11/11/2021. And 8 out of only 2 witnesses cross-examined in this case, your lordship.
2 out of 8,
8 out of 2 witnesses.
not 8 out of 2. 2 out of 8.
2 out of 8, sorry. And lordship, we have one of the Supreme Court judgment. And may allow for
So,
submission.
so she is praying for on prolonged incarceration.
My lord.
What is the contraband? What was seized?
Lordship, please.
How much?
2 kilo 710 gram morphine, lordship.
And here I have submitted the Supreme Court judgment, your lordship. Section 37, in case of prolonged incarceration, conditional liberty will override the statutory embargo.
KG
Under
7,
37 of,
but only 2 out of 8.
No, lordship, first and foremost, lordship, scan copy is not completed, lordship. My lord, there are 7 witnesses in the search sheet, lordship. And perusal of the scan copy, lordship, PW4 was last examined, lordship.
PW4 examined.
Examined, lordship. But PW2 and 3 is not available in the scan copy record, lordship. Lordship, may kindly peruse the scan copy, my lord. The evidence of the PW2 and 3 is not available, my lord.
No,
And the-
how many witnesses are examined?
Up to, out of 7, 4 examined, lordship.
She's saying 2.
No, my lord, I am submitting from the scan copy, lordship.
Okay.
it is wrongly coming, your lord.
Then wrongly coming, then how can I say then wrongly coming?
Because I am doing the trial case, your lord. I know everything.
Lordship, may kindly peruse, it is the evidence of PW4, lordship.
I have forced examination. I know everything, your lordship, but it comes to wrong.
It is mentioned as PW4, but where are PW2 and 3?
That is the question, lordship. Without according to the statement of PW2 and 3, lordship, PW4 cannot be examined.
And lordship, page number 30 of the Annexure 5. Here have issued a note, summon to the IO, and that was fixed on 28/2/2023 for personal appearance to the IO. After then, your lordship, 28/2/23, he was absent. After then, again the page number 32, Annexure 6, your lordship. Accused produced and remanded back till the next date, fixed summon return unserved IO directed to appear in person, fixed for production appearance of IO. And that was fixed next date 24/4/2023. Page number 33, your lordship, 8/5/23 next date, fixed 24/4/23. On that day also, IO has not come and produced before this call.
No, Mr. Borwa,
My lord.
from order sheet, you can find out how many
My lord,
witnesses.
I tried to find out from the order sheet also, lordship, but it is not clear from the order sheet, lordship. PW4, I have got it, lordship, but whether PW2 and 3 examined or not, lordship.
But lordship,
No, if it is not there in the order sheet, then they are not examined.
yes, lordship, not
Ye-
examined, right?
You speak only, let him complete his submission. you go through the order sheet.
My lord.
If the orders are continuously there,
My
if
lord.
no order is missing,
My
then you can find out
My lord.
whether PW
2, 3 examine.
2, 3 are examined or not.
Fine.
Suppose only 2 witnesses are examined, then she has a case.
My lord.
If half of the witnesses examined, then we may have to look into it.
My,
So you go through it and tell me.
my lord.
I'll fix
then-
this order for
Monday or Tuesday, lord.
Monday, Lordship.
on Monday.
Monday.
And Lordship, one of the Supreme Court judgment I have submitted, Ravi Prakash versus the
Yes,
state of
yes.
Odisha.
We are-
Lordship. In this case also 19 is the one of the cross examine, your Lordship. And number 4, paragraph is regard to the twin conditions, 37 of the.
Okay. If only 2 witnesses are examined, then you may have a case.
My lord, Ravi Prakash, 3 years, 6 months, 3.5 months, no witnesses examined.
It's 9 months, your Lordship. It is also not so dead.
Anyway, lord, I'll go to the.
174 days in custody, your Lordship.
Heard, miss. This is item number. Heard, Miss A may be the counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. R. Boru, learned additional public prosecutor. In the midst of hearing, learned counsel for the petitioner submitted that only 2 witnesses have been examined by the court, though the petitioner has completed 2 years, 9 months behind the bar and trial is not progressing fairly. On the other hand, learned additional public prosecutors submits as to whether only 2 witnesses are examined or 4 prosecution witnesses have been examined. And therefore, the learned additional public prosecutor seeks some time to go through the scanned copy of the case record of NDPS case number 136/2021 to make the point clear. The prayer is allowed. Let this case be again listed on 20,
I don't know, 27 or 29.
27 Monday. 27/5/2024.
Much of it.
May it be your lordship. It is a 439 application lordship. The petitioner is the father-in-law. The main allegation is demanding dowry lordship. He was arrested on 4th of April 2024. Lordship will find the FIR at page
Fourth-
11.
fourth.
11 is the type copy.
What is the punishment for dowry prohibition for section 4 of the Dowry Prohibition Act?
3 years lordship. 3. Yes. So already 51 days lordship.
What is 315?
315 lordship, to prevent from childbirth lordship. Miscarriage of child lordship. Already 51 days lordship, and they are living separately in the affair lordship stated.
Is there is there?
Yes, there is, my lord.
And
What is the
lordship
progress?
has
My
been
lord,
already
progress, my lord, the husband also arrested, lord.
has been arrested lordship.
He was absconding, my lord, in the earlier part, my lord. Now he has been also been arrested, my lord. And it is, my lord, pending for the to collect the medical report, my lord. It is not collected, my lord, medical report. Not, my lord, ready, my lord.
Their statements are recorded.
Recorded, my lord.
Okay. Heard. Mr.
A Decca lordship.
A. Deka, learned counsel for the petitioner. This is item number
Item number 12 lordship.
12. A. Deka, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. R. J. Boru, learned additional public prosecutor. This application under section 439 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, 1973, has been filed by the petitioner, namely Abul Kalam, who is detained, who has been detained behind the bar since 5/4/2024 within bracket for last 51 days in connection with Satgaon PS case number 53/2024 under section 498A/325/315/380 of the Indian Penal Code, read with section 4 of the Dowry Prohibition Act. The gist of accusation in this case the victim Masuma Begum had lodged an FIR before the officer in charge of Satgaon Police Station, naming 6 numbers of accused persons in the said FIR, including the present petitioner,
All the family members.
including the present petitioner, Abul Kalam. Inter alia alleging that the first informant / victim was married to the accused number 1 within bracket, the son of the present petitioner, bracket close, in the month of September 2022. And after her marriage, she was subjected to cruelty by the accused persons named in the FIR. She was also demanded dowry by the accused persons named in the FIR. It is also alleged that the accused persons also conspired to kill the child in the home of the informant by kicking her on her womb. Stop. What is your submission regarding the allegations?
Yeah, allegation is not true. So in fact, let's say he is helping his daughter-in-law, let's say. I think main allegation is that after marriage, lordship, they married lordship without consent of the family. And when I asked them to live in a separate rented house, lordship, see, because of my personal ego, lordship, they included all the family.
Learned counsel for the petitioner has submitted that the allegation against the present petitioner made in the FIR are not true, and he is innocent. Stop. He has also submitted that otherwise also the petitioner has already been detained behind the bars for last 51 days, and considering the length of detention, he has prayed for allowing the petitioner to go on bail. On the other hand, learned additional public prosecutor has produced the case diary of Satgaon PS case number 53/24 and has submitted that the investigation has fairly progressed, and the husband of the informant, who is also one of the accused, has also been arrested.
My lord.
Learned additional public prosecutor has also submitted that the investigation is pending mainly for receipt of the medical report
My lord.
of the victim girl. So, considering the submissions made by learned counsel for the parties and considering the progress made in the investigation as well as period of detention of already undergone by the present petitioner, this court is of considered opinion that further custodial detention of the above named petitioner may not be necessary if he otherwise cooperates in the investigation. Stop. In view of above, the petitioner, namely Abul Kalam, is allowed to go on bail of rupees 30,000 with one surety of like amount to the satisfaction of learned Chief Judicial Magistrate Nagaon with following conditions, condition number 1 and condition number 2. With above observation, this bail application is hereby disposed of. Send back the case diary.
CGM Kamrup Metro.
This Hing,
Satgam Police CGM Kamrup Metro.
oh, sorry. Who resides at Hing? The petitioner.
Yes, Lordship. Because they presently residing at Satgam, incident occurred at
To the
Satgam
satisfaction of Chief Judicial Magistrate Kamrup Metro.
Developer.
Please, your lordship, today is lordship the 56 dash lordship.
Case diary
No,
received
what is
Lordship,
your
my lord.
case?
7.64 gram, my lord, heroin without the without the, my lord,
With
vial, lordship.
7.6.
64 gram, lordship, without vial. And pending for FSL, my lord.
length of
Otherwise, the investigation is all
Witnesses examination Caesar has been made, my lord.
heard. Mr.
and
N. Ahmed, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. R.J. Borua, learned additional public prosecutor. This application under section 439 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, 1973, has been filed by Srimati Suna Banu Begum, who has been apprehended, who has been arrested in
Worship of
connect,
this.
arrested, who has been detained behind the bars since 30/3/2024 within bracket for last 56 days in connection with Vashishto PS case number 206/2024 under section 21 within bracket small b of the NDPS Act, 1985. The gist of accusation in this case is that on, where is the FIR?
FR base 12 lordship.
On 30/3/2024, one Junmoni Kolita, Inspector of Police of STF Guwahati, had lodged an FIR before officer in charge of Vashishta Police Station, inter alia, alleging that on the basis of information received through reliable sources, a search operation was conducted under the Khanapara flyover, and during such operation, the petitioner was apprehended with what is the quantity of heroin?
My lord, as per the, my lord, Caesar is 74 gram, lordship. But
70
without the vial, my lord, 7.64 gram, my lord.
7.64 grams of
Without the vial, my
heroin.
lord. My lord.
Suspected heroin. Stop. On receipt of the said FIR, on receipt of the said FIR, Vashishta PS case number 206/2024 was registered. What is your case apart from only the period of detention?
The lordship, the petitioner purchased lordship the suspected heroin for her husband lordship.
You are admitting.
So that's the paragraph 7 lordship. Adequate person husband.
Writing also organization. Oh.
And counsel for the petitioner has submitted that the petitioner's husband is a drug addict and she had purchased the seized drugs, seized contraband for consumption of her husband. Stop. On the other hand, learned additional public prosecutor has produced the case diary of Vashishta PS case number 206/2024 and has submitted that the investigation has fairly progressed and same is pending only for receipt of FSL report. Stop. Considering the progress made in the investigation, period of detention already undergone by the petitioner, as well as quantity of the contraband seized in this case, this court is of considered opinion that further custodial detention of the petitioner may not be necessary for fair completion of the investigation of Vashishta PS case number 206/2024. In view of above, the petitioner Suna Banu Begum is hereby allowed to go on bail of rupees 30,000 with one surety of like amount, subject to the satisfaction of learned special judge
Kamrup Metro.
Kamrup Metro. Let the case diary be sent back. This bail application is accordingly disposed of.
Developed.
May I please, your Lordship? Lordship, this is for 39 bill application, Lordship. Today's 57 days petitioners are behind the bar, Lordship. Lordship,
When were you arrested?
57 days, Lordship.
Date of arrest?
Date of arrest is, Lordship, petitioner number 1 and 4, 28/3/2024, Lordship. And petitioner number 2 and 3, Lordship, 26/4/2024, Lordship.
How many
1 and
days?
4, 57 days, and 2 and 3, 47 days, Lordship. Petitioner is behind the bar, Lordship.
What is the offense?
Offense is, Lordship, allegation under section 379 IPC, reduced section 20 within bracket B within bracket Roman 2A, Lordship, /25 NDPS Act, Lordship, and reduced section 25/35 Assam Forest Regulation 1891, Lordship, and Lordship under section 40 of the Assam Gambling and Betting Act, Lordship.
Where is the affair?
FIR is, Lordship, page number 16, Lordship. Got it, Lordship.
Yes, what is the allegation?
Lordship, may I read this?
Yes.
With reference to subject
Now you
cited
tell
above.
me the gist of allegation. What is in brief, you tell me what has happened. Instead of reading it out.
Lordship, we have stated, Lordship.
Okay, read.
My lord, what happened, my lord? There is one complaint received in the police station, lordship, that his son is, lordship, my lord, having some consume ganja, my lord, and he is making hue and cry, lordship. That information was lodged before the police, my lord. Then police, my lord, searched the house of this accused person, lordship. Then this contraband contraband, my lord, recovered, along with, my lord, some wool and gambling material, lordship, which was, my
Okay.
lord, alleged to be, my lord, cutting from the, my lord, jungle, my lord. That is why the case has been
Lordship,
registered.
they are cutting the sagun trees from his Pattas land, Lordship, for making some furniture for his daughter, Lordship.
Who is the informant? Father.
Informant is, my lord, yes, father, my lord,
Lordship, kindly come to page number 16, Lordship, FIR that for his I have the honor to report you that 1/26/2024 at around 10 p.m. one person, namely Fulchan Ali, along with his son Hafizur Ali, have arrived at Bogribari police station and stated that his son Hafizur Ali was consuming trouble in his house by consuming some intoxicated substances, and accordingly he was medically examined and her inquiry it is learned that
Now,
one person
who is the petitioner?
petitioner is lordship and their lordship Hafizur Ali for some name lordship. They are purchased from a petitioner lordship, some ganja. Petition.
Yes, Mr.
My lord, this item recovered also, my lord, as far as the ganja is my lord,
How much?
it is 64.18 gram.
Gram,
Lord. Below the my lord, small quantity, my lord. Otherwise, also if the wood, some my lord, cutting wood were recovered
Okay.
and some gambling materials were recovered. All are
Heard.
recovered from the my lord Babur Ali lordship, Bahar Ali, my lord. That is the petitioner number 4 lordship. And other 1, 2, 3, they are the son of the petitioner
Son of the
number 4,
petitioner.
my lord. Allegation is that my lord, the person who consumed lordship, he has implicated this person lordship. That is why their house was searched.
Okay. What is your name?
And they are pending for
Yeah,
official
take
report, my lord.
A. Heard Mr. A. Alim Sheikh, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. R. J. Borua, learned additional public prosecutor. This application under section 439 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, 1973, has been filed by the petitioners, namely Lal Chand Badshah, number 2 Kalam Ali, number 3 Muhammad Ali, number 4 Bahar Ali. Stop. The petitioner number 1 and 4 are detained behind the bars since 28/3/2023 within bracket for last 57 days. And the petitioner number
2 and 3
2
lordship.
and 3 are detained behind the bars
6/4/20.
since 6/4/2023, 24 within bracket for last 40.
7 days lordship.
You have calculated properly.
Yes, lordship.
47 days in connection with Bogoribari PS case number 29/2024 under section 379 of the Indian Penal Code, read with section 20 within bracket small b of the NDPS Act, read with section 25/35 of the Assam Forest Regulation and section 14 of the Assam Games and Betting Act, 1970. The gist of accusation in this case is that on 26/3/2024, one Devika Brahma, SI of Police of Bogoribari Police Station, lodged an FIR before the officer in charge of Bogoribari Police Station, inter alia, alleging that on that day at about 10:10 p.m., one person, namely Fulchan Ali, along with his son Hafizur Ali, came to the Bogoribari Police Station and stated that his son has consumed some intoxicating substance and causing problem. Stop. It is also stated in the FIR that one Lalchand Badshah, that is petitioner number 1, and Kalam Ali, that is petitioner number 2, had supplied him the said intoxicated substance. Accordingly, the police searched the house of the petitioner number 1, and during search operation, $71.47 grams of suspected ganja was seized. Along with the said ganja, 6 wooden dices, DICs, painted in green colors with numbers written in yellow colors, and 3 heavy plastic made dices used in betting and gambling, and some other materials used in gambling were recovered. Stop. What is your case?
My
Is it
case-
recovered from you?
recovered from the house, Lordship, on the basis of the statement of Lordship Hafizur Ali and Fulsan Ali, son Hafizur Ali, Lordship. On the basis of a statement, Lordship. The Fulsan Ali consuming some intoxicated and disturbance in his house, Lordship, and Fulsan Ali's house is, he is my near, Lordship, neighbor, Lordship.
But it is recovered from your house.
Lordship.
Learned additional public prosecutor has produced the case diary of Bogoribari PS case number 29/2024. The quantity is small quantity and has, it is pending for FSL report and has submitted that the investigation of this case is pending for receipt of FSL reports. I have considered the submissions made by learned counsel for both the sides. Considering the period of detention undergone by the petitioners, as well as considering the fact that the quantity of suspected ganja seized from the house of the petitioner number 1 is of small quantity, further custodial detention of the present petitioner does not appear to be necessary for fair completion of the investigation of the Bogoribari PS case number 29/2024. If the petitioners cooperate with the investigating officer. Stop. In view of above, the above named 4 accused persons, 4 petitioners, are allowed to go on bail of rupees 30,000 each with one surety of like amount to the satisfaction of learned Chief Judicial Magistrate Kokrajhar with following conditions. Condition number 1 and 2. With above observation, this bail application is disposed of. Send back the case date.
Replies, Lordship.
May I please, your Lordship? Lordship, in this case, the petitioner was arrested on 5/3/2024, as on day, Lordship, 81 days behind the bar. Allegation is under section, Lordship. Three 326, 307 of IPC, read with section 25(1)(a) and /27 of Arms Act, Lordship. Lordship will find FIR case 13. The crux of the allegation is that, Lordship, while the victim was coming from his workplace on 5 5/3/2024, the petitioner fired a bullet on him and subsequently the victim got injured and he was admitted in Pratiksha Hospital.
Wow.
And our case is that, Lordship, the wife of the petitioner was eloped with the alleged victim. And that is why there is a rivalry between both the parties, Lordship. That is the case. On 14/2/2024, the wife eloped with the
Therefore
alleged
you
victim.
fired,
Lordship,
therefore you fired that.
Lordship, that is the allegation, but so far the instruction received, Lordship, there was a scuffle between the parties, Lordship, victim and the petitioner.
Now, what is the injury caused?
Through the bullet injury, Lordship.
Injury report is there.
Injury report is, my lord, it is.
Whether
not
the
the-
petitioner is,
Injury report is pending, my lord. Injury and FSL report of the, my lord, gun, my lord, that is pending.
where, in which part of the body injury
My lord,
was?
in the, this part, my lord, below the ear.
Allegations are serious.
Below the year, Lordship. 81 days only.
And, my lord, sufficient materials already collected by the IO, Lordship, in this case.
There is substantial progress in the investigation, my lord, and 81 days behind the bar. That is my only submission, Lordship, at this stage. 81 days.
No, but the allegation is,
Allegations are
now
serious,
what
Lordship.
is the status of the victim? If he dies?
No, my lord,
Suppose-
so far my instruction is received, Lordship. So far my instruction, he has already been discharged from the hospital, Lordship. He was admitted at Pratiksha Hospital. That is my instruction. Rest is up to the case diary will reveal rest of the things.
My lord,
But so far my
let the-
instruction,
My lord, let the matter come in the, my lord, Tuesday or Wednesday, Lordship. Will you, my lord, verbally ask whether a medical report has been collected or
Yes,
not?
no, whether you require his detention, that
Well,
is the,
My lord, there are materials in the case diary, my lord.
no, but investigation is over.
Investigation is, my lord, progress, my lord. I will not say the sufficiently progress, but it is progress.
it is only pending for the report.
Witnesses exam, my lordship. And there are also eyewitnesses also who has seen, my lord.
Suppose if he is released, is there any danger that he will again threaten the victim?
That may
Because
be
the
one-
nature of grudge is such
Yes,
that even if he is released, his wife fled away with the
Lordship,
victim.
that is the fact.
So if he comes out, he will again fire a
No,
second
Lordship,
shot.
that is already, he have learned a lesson, Lordship. For 81 days, he is behind the bar, Lordship. 81 days is
So
sufficient.
this, on this you have to make submissions.
my lord,
Whether
my-
his further custodial detention is necessary is
my lord, as far as, my lord, the length of detention is concerned, lordship, today is 81 days, lordship. And, my lord, case diary shows, my lord, that there are, my lord, sufficiently progress, my lord. Although medical report and, my lord, FSL report is yet to be collected. But, my lord, there are materials that, my lord, he has, my lord, attempted to kill the person, lordship. And he has, my lord, fired through a pistol, my lord. That is the material in the case diary. And that apprehension is will be there also, because after coming from the jail also, he might again, my lord, try to assault him also.
90 days offense, Lordship. Now it is awaited. The FSL report and, my lord, the injury report.
And both the person they knows each other also, the accused and the victim.
That is why they have developed the relationship.
also
Lordship.
true,
That is the crux. While they were residing at Guwahati, they developed the relationship.
It is not that lordship, he is an unknown person lordship, and, my lord, that is why, my lord, he had to try to kill him, my lord. They are very, my lord.
Okay, on Tuesday you make submission regarding the health status of the victim as well as whether his further custodial detention is necessary or not.
Can it be, Lordship, Monday or Lordship?
Okay, Monday.
Tuesday, I am having some difficulty. Lordship.
Okay,
Can
Monday.
it be on Monday?
Let me Wednesday, my lord.
Let it be Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Heard, Mr.
P. Das, Lordship.
E. Das, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. R.J. Borwa, learned additional public prosecutor. During the course of hearing, a query was posed to the learned additional public prosecutor regarding the status of the health of the victim in this case and whether further custodial detention of the present petitioner is necessary. Learned additional public prosecutor sought some time to answer the said queries. The prayer is allowed. As the case diary is available, same shall be retained till
Fine.
next day. Let this case be listed again on 28th and 29th, 29 5/2024.
Obliged, Lordship. Deeply obliged.
Get litigation. My lord, the intermediate quantity lordship. The petitioner is behind the bar for 36 days lordship as of today. Allegation against the.
What is the date of arrest?
My lord, 19/4.
What is the what, contraband?
My lord, 4.966 kg of ganja.
KG.
Ganja. The allegation in brief is that, lordship, page 8 is the FIR, that two boys, including the present petitioner lordship, after noticing the police lordship has thrown one plastic packet.
Where is the FIR?
My lord,
FIR is at page.
page 8. And that the packet was recovered from an abandoned position lordship. And petitioner lordship, he was arrested from some other place. Not, and that contraband was recovered not from the possession of the petitioner. That is the lordship, just one line lordship. Just last paragraph of page 8.
Yes.
The recover suspected cannabis from the place of occurrence as abandoned condition. I seize the recovery cannabis item in presence of.
Which line you are reading?
Last line of the page 8, last paragraph, first line. Last paragraph, first line. At 10:30 PM. Last paragraph.
Then why you were arrested?
Now at page 9, lordship, I was arrested from some other place accordingly, second paragraph, lordship, page 9. Accordingly, self along with deputy so-and-so Bongaigaon, OC Bongaigaon party moved towards Saplakata, searched the area and found Pankaj Bhattacharya, myself, lordship. At Saplakata, at so-and-so.
So what was why you were arrested?
My lord, allegation is that I, along with some another boy, that is Ronjit lordship, has thrown the lordship plastic bag containing the ganja. That was in the premises of another lady lordship, Onima Das.
This is the allegation, lordship, that is Pankaj Bhattacharya and my lord, another person, they carried the contraband, lordship. Then seeing the police, lordship, they thrown away the contraband and they fled away, lordship. And there were eyewitnesses to that effect, my lord, and later on they were arrested, my lord. Although, my lord, it is not seized from their position, but lord, witnesses have seen that they have thrown the contraband.
But there are witnesses who have seen them
Yes, yes,
throwing the packet
yes,
in front of the house of Anima Das.
my lord.
Now,
Today is 36 days, lordship, FSL report is pending, my lord.
other witnesses have been recorded, Caesar witnesses.
Recorded, lordship.
Do you need their
No,
detention?
today is 36 days, lordship, that is very much.
Heard Mr. M. Khan, learned learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. R.J. Borwa, learned additional public prosecutor. This application under section 439 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, 1973, has been filed by the petitioner Pankaj Bhattacharya, who has been detained behind the bars since 19/4/2024, within bracket for last 36 days in connection with Bongaigaon PS case number 142/2024 under section 20 small b within bracket small b within bracket small Roman 2 within bracket capital B/29 of the NDPS Act.
Related with section 4 of.
Ganja Prohibition Act is there or it is repealed?
Ganja Prohibition Act is, to my humble submission, it is there, lordship.
It is there.
But it is not registered, my lord.
I don't think. Ganja and Bhang Prohibition Act is repealed, perhaps.
My lord,
Check-
I am not sure.
Check it. Have you checked it?
Ganja Prohibition Act on repeal.
Many cases I have got.
No, recently also for the time.
Many cases, Lordship.
Now you check it and next time
Next time I will do it.
you have to
Lordship, I will do it.
inform this court. And whether Bhang Prohibition Act is there or not. What was the last one? Read with section 4 of the Assam Ganja and Bhang Prohibition Act. The gist of accusation stop in this case is that on 19/4/2024, one Shri Sukesh Ghosh, SI of Police of North Bongaigaon Police Post, Police Patrol Post, had lodged an FIR before the officer in charge of Bongaigaon Police Station, inter alia, alleging that on that day, that on 18/4/2024, the police got information through reliable sources that the petitioner and another person, namely Ramjan Ali, were carrying illicit drug to Dauki Jhar, and on getting the said information, the police of Bongaigaon Police Station constituted a search party and reached Dauki Jhar at about 9:20 p.m. On seeing the police party, the two boys threw one plastic packet near the house of one Anima Das and fled away from there. Stop. It is also stated in the FIR that the police recovered the said plastic packet in an abandoned condition and found that it contained 4.966 kgs of suspected ganja. Stop. Thereafter, the petitioner was arrested at Chaprakata at about 3:36 a.m. Stop. Learned counsel for the petitioner has submitted that the suspected contraband was not seized from the possession of the present petitioner, and the allegations made in the FIR against him are not true. He has also submitted that, considering the period of detention already undergone by the petitioner, the petitioner may be allowed to go on bail. On the other hand, learned additional public prosecutor has produced the case diary of Bongaigaon PS case number 142/2024 and has submitted that there are sufficient incriminating materials in the case diary to show that on seeing the police, the petitioner and his accomplice had thrown away the plastic packet containing ganja in front of Anima Das. in front of house of the Anima Das. Stop. However, additional public prosecutor has also submitted that the investigation of this case has fairly progressed and same is pending for receipt of the FSL report only. Stop. Considering the submissions made by learned counsel for the petitioner. Stop. Counsel for the petitioner, comma, the progress made in the investigation of the case as well as the period of detention already undergone by the present petitioner, comma, this court is of considered opinion that further custodial detention of the present petitioner may not be necessary for fair completion of the investigation of Bongaigaon PS case number 142/2024. If the petitioner cooperates with the investigating officer. Stop. In view of above, the petitioner, namely Shri Pankaj Bhattacharya, is allowed to go on bail of rupees 30,000 with one surety of like amount, subject to the satisfaction of learned Special Judge Bongaigaon with following conditions. Condition number 1 and condition number 2. With above observation, this bail application is hereby disposed of. Send back the case diary.
May I please, Lordship. Also, the petitioner was arrested, Lordship, on 23/4, Lordship, and then today 32 days, Lordship, in the Lordship. And allegation, Lordship, here says 20B to capital B, Lordship, that in between categories.
You were arrested on 23 or 24?
Forwarded on 24, but arrested on the 23, Lordship, on the night, Lordship. But forwarded on the next day, Lordship, after the day, Lordship. So, Lordship, quantity, Lordship, recovered, Lordship, only 2.05 kg, 2 kg, 55 gram, Lordship, ganja, Lordship. And it is a record for my possession because, Lordship, I am stated in my petition, Lordship, I am a Lordship, Sadhu Baba, Lordship. Actually, he has some bad habit, Lordship, and he has some floor, Lordship. But that was recovered, Lordship, because in the in nearby my house, Lordship, there are two plants, Lordship. In the plant, Lordship. One day one floor, Lordship, he came and he said that it can be consumed, Lordship. And he cut this tree plant and then he dried, Lordship. And kept in my house, saying that after some days I'll take it to my home. Only in this position, Lordship, this is kept in my house, Lordship, but before he's coming back, Lordship, police recovered from my possession, Lordship.
Yes.
So,
2 kilo 55 gram ganja recovered, Lordship, from his possession. My lord is pending for FSL report, Lordship. My humble subject, let him remain for some more days, Lord.
For what?
32 days, Lordship.
For what purpose?
Let us see, my lord, the FSL report receive or not, my lord. Otherwise, my lord, he will again, my lord, he will start, my lord.
If FSL comes negative,
my lord, probably not, my lord.
because at the time of arrest, you have to take the drug testing kit.
Yes, my lord. That, my lord, I have seen in many cases. They nowadays, Lordship, they carry the drug testing kit.
Because unless you carry drug testing kit,
My lord.
they can challenge the arrest
Yes. There is a prima facie, my lord. They
requirement.
examined. Yes.
Heard Mr.
yes, of course.
S. Hawk, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. R.J. Borwa, learned additional public prosecutor. This application under section 439 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, 1973, has been filed by the petitioner Rupsab Ali. There are Muslim Sadhu Babas.
Yes, Lordship. They're always wearing the yellow dress, Lordship.
That question, Lordship, I also supposed to ask him, Lordship. Whether Muslim
Yes,
Sadhu Babas are there, I don't know.
Rupsan Ali, who has been detained behind the bars since 23/4 to 2024. For last how many days?
34 days, Lordship.
For last,
32 days, my lord.
for last 32 days in connection with Gorsuk PS case number 121/2024 under section 20B2B of NDPS Act, 1985. The gist of accusation in this case is that on 23/4/2024, one Dharani Gogoi, SI of police of Gorsuk PS had lodged an FIR before the officer in charge of Gorsuk Police Station, inter alia, alleging that on that day at about 8:29 PM, an information was received through reliable sources that one person has been selling suspected cannabis from his house situated at Boragaon, Milijuli Path stop. Accordingly, a team of police personnel was constituted and it rushed to the house of the accused person. During search operation, the police recovered 2.55 kgs of suspected cannabis kept inside a polythene packet from the possession of the present petitioner. Learned counsel for the petitioner has submitted that
In paragraph 4, Lordship.
the petitioner is a sadhu within inverted comma italic subject. And there are some plants within bracket, 2 plants in his house, the leaves of which he used to dry and consume after drying it up. It is submitted that the petitioner does not know the name of the said plant. And later on, after the raid by the police party, he came to know that stop. However, it is submitted by learned counsel for the petitioner that he is not the owner of the packet which was seized by the police from his residence. So, learned counsel for the petitioner has also submitted that considering the fact that the quantity of suspected ganja seized from the possession of present petitioner is intermediate quantity and he has already been detained behind the bars for last 32 days, he may be allowed to go on bail. On the other hand, learned additional public prosecutor has produced the case diary of Gorsuk PS case number 121/2024 and has submitted that there are sufficient incriminating materials against the present petitioner in the case diary. However, he has also submitted that the investigation of this case has fairly progressed and same is pending only for receipt of the FSL report. Stop. Considering the submissions made by learned counsel for the petitioner, this court is of considered opinion that considering the submissions made by learned counsel for the parties, period of detention already undergone and quantity of contraband seized in this case, this court is of considered opinion that further custodial detention of the petitioner may not be necessary for fair completion of the investigation of Gorsuk PS case number 121/24. Stop. If the petitioner cooperates with the investigating officer. Stop. In view of above, the above named petitioner is allowed to go on bail of ₹30,000 with one surety of like amount, subject to the satisfaction of learned Special Judge Kamrup Metro with following conditions. Condition number 1 and 2. With above observation, this bail application is hereby disposed of. Send back the case date.
May I please, Your Lordship? My lord, husband and wife dispute, my lord. Petitioner before you, let's say, as on today, my lord, 39 days behind the bar. And he is a my lord, railway employee, my lord. So, like, considering the length of detention,
What is the date of arrest?
let's, Lordship, 15/4, my lord.
What was the allegation?
Allegation, my lord, Marpit was committed in, my lord, upon the, my lord, wife.
You assaulted your wife,
Yes,
and what injury was caused?
but injury, as per, my lord, observation made by the land court below, page 26 is there, my lord. Page 26, bottom paragraph. As per observation, this is not a grievous injury.
No, what medical report says?
My lord, medical report suggests it's a grievous injury, Lordship.
Grievous.
Grievous, my lord, and my lord. There are materials, my lord, collected by the investigating officer. Lordship.
What was the injury?
Injury, my lord. My lord, he assaulted with bamboo stick, Lordship. The back of the, my lord, back of his wife, not my lord. And my lord, I oppose this bail application, Lordship, the way he has assaulted, my lord.
No.
There are some.
Why the?
For 320, Lordship, it may not come, but my humble submission, Lordship, it will attract 328, Lordship.
328.
Section 320, my lord. (320) grievous are, Lordship, then my lord, 8 exception, Lordship. Any hurt which endangers life or which causes the sufferer to be during the space of 20 days in severe bodily pain or unable to follow his ordinary pursuit, my lord.
So is there any medical report to that?
Yes, medical
effect?
report suggests it's a grievous hurt, Lordship. I am submitting on the basis of medical report, my lord. And there are also, my lord, one photograph, Lordship, that is collected by the investigating officer, my lord. The way he has assaulted his wife, Lordship, I am opposed. That is why I am opposing, my lord. And being a police officer, Lordship, he has assaulted his wife with this,
Oh, he's a police officer?
Yes, Lordship.
My lord, railway protection force. Now he is posted under my lord, Tinsukia division, Northeast Frontier Rail.
Oh. You are opposing?
Yes, Lordship. I have also annexed some documents. I have photographs also, Lordship. Page 40, Lordship.
No, photograph I have seen already.
Photograph দেখাবো না, এটা বেলেগ কি আছে কোৱা।
Well, he is an employee, well, where he will go, well, considering the length of detention.
He will
No,
again assess-
why you need his custodial detention?
Investigation lordship sufficiently progressed, lordship. That is my humble submission.
Investigation is progressed.
Yes. Question is that, my lord, after releasing him on bail,
After
lordship,
releasing,
he will again start, my lord.
Yes, Lordship.
No, my lord, the victim is now within the custody of my lord, parents, you know, how he will go there. And he's even an employee, he is also, my lord, suffering that what he has, my lord, done, it is wrong as a husband. Plus, it has happened, something is there that I should not be expressed before the honorable court, my lord, in open court. Something is there, my lord, within, my lord.
Lordship, if he released on bail, he again started to as a physical.
39 days behind the bar. And 3 children are there, he has to look at.
where the children are staying now?
Mother's home. Parental,
Where is the mother now?
parental home.
Where is the parental home?
What is that?
Hazo, Dambo.
And where is reside husband?
My lord, he is Dubir nearby
Alika, Hazo.
Bamanbari Alika.
Distance about
You are
15
suspended
kilometers.
now. You are,
That instruction is not yet received.
After, my lord, 48 hours, he will be automatically.
you are under suspension. No, if the, what benefit the investigating officer will get?
Benefit, my lord, otherwise he will, my lord, otherwise he will not get, but he will, my lord,
He
try to
may not
instigate, try to influence the, my lord, other witnesses, lordship. Apart from his wife, my lord. Very humble submission.
How many days? 39.
39.
What is the,
307 is also there, lordship, but 307 part 1 will not come, lordship. 326, lordship.
we'll consider this on Wednesday. I'll go through the case diary. We'll consider this matter on Wednesday. Let him remain for 3-4 more days. I'm not saying that on Wednesday you will get there. We'll consider it.
My lord, yes, sir, very well.
You inform me if wife has to say anything and
Bail for-
her health condition
ওলাই গলে কিবা কৰিব নেকি? তই ক'ব লাগিব।
and whether. Okay, we'll consider it on Wednesday.
But
Heard. Mr.
K. Rahman,
K.
K. Rahman.
K. Rahman, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. R.J. Borwa, learned additional public prosecutor, as well as Mr. S.H. Sikdar, learned counsel for the informant. Learned additional public prosecutor has perused the case diary of the Ajo PS case number 118/2024. Let this case be listed again on 29.
Can it be on 28, my lord? On 29, another matter is there.
Okay, on 28.
Obligation.
The case diary be retained till that date.
my lord, you must say.
Obligation.
চিঠিখন বান্ধি দিব। চিঠিখন বান্ধি দিব। চিঠিখন দিলে বান্ধি দিব।
CD2, right.
May it
Yes.
please your lordship. Lordship, detained since 3/5, lordship. 3/5/2024.
Case diary is there.
Case diary is in, my lord.
Your lordship.
What is the offense?
Offenses, lordship, according to the prosecution, they have brought some wood. Jungle floating woods collected by them. It's not stolen, lordship. So far 379 and 411 is not attracted, lordship, and other section 41 of the Assam Forest, that is 3 years, lordship. It's available.
3 years is not non-available or available.
3 years, 41, 3 years available.
341.
No, only 41
Assam.
forest. available 3 years.
How much? How much wood? What was the seizure?
Well, as per the seizure list, lordship, it is not, how many pieces it is not mentioned, lordship. But it is, my lord, suit wood, lordship.
How much?
My lord, that is not mentioned in the as per the seizure list, lordship. But they could not produce any document, that is why, lordship, the entire, my lord, wood has been seized, my lord, by the police. And the accused persons were apprehended, my lord. Seizure list, my lord, not mentioned, my lord.
First one is truck, second one is mobile phone, third is mobile phone. Fourth is IRC. Where is the seizure list?
Seizure list, my lord, it is in the case diary, my lord.
No, what was seized?
Wood only.
Wood, my lord, and mobile handset, then, my lord,
Wood is at which number?
that is not mentioned, my lord. How many pieces?
Oh. Loaded with wood. But what was the quantity? If it is a one truck wood, then the case would be different.
That is, my lord, not mentioned, my lord.
What
That
is,
is why they, when they could not put in any document, lordship, the entire truck and the, my lord, they were, it was seized, my lord.
now their statement has been recorded,
Statement recorded, no.
whether detention would be required. How many days you are behind the bar?
Lordship, more than 20 days, and already their tracks has been. saved.
21 days as of today, lordship.
How many witnesses?
My lord.
This was at the time of.
Who are you? You are Roshan Ali.
There are 2 drivers and 1 handyman, lordship, as per their statement, my lord.
From where you were carrying that wood?
It was roadside collected. That was for livelihood, lodge. That was admitted.
The seizure list does not mention the quantity of wood.
Yes, my lord, that is the, my lord, I have also not found that.
It will spoil your case later on.
That. Even in the case diary also, lordship, I try to find out, my lord, the quantity not mentioned, my lord.
In case diary
Case
also.
diary also not mentioned.
How many witnesses have been recorded? Third, Ms. T. Som, learned counsel for the petitioner. Why the prayer was rejected?
Two Caesar witnesses examined only.
Also, Mr. R.J. Burwal, an additional public prosecutor. This application under section 439 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, 1973, has been filed by the petitioners number 1, 2, and 3. Who are detained behind the bars since 4/5/2024 for last 20
1 day.
for last 21 days in connection with Vayahata Sareli PS case number 120/2024 under section 379/411 of the Indian Penal Code, read with section 41 of the Assam Forest Act. The gist of accusation in this case is that on 3/5/2024, an FIR was lodged before the officer in charge of Vayahata Sareli Police Station, inter alia, alleging that on receipt of information through reliable sources that two vehicles bearing registration number 26 AS26 AC 1409 and AS1C QC 4622 were carrying illegally sawed wood from Mongolday and would be passing through Vayahata Sareli. A Naka checking was conducted at Bejera Saw, and during the Naka checking duty, the aforesaid vehicles were intercepted. After long chase, stop. During the interrogation of the driver of the said vehicle, namely Roshan Ali and Saharul Ali, that is the petitioner number 1 and petitioner number 2 respectively. They could not produce any valid document for the said timber stuff within bracket illegal sawed woods. It is also stated in the FIR that the arrested petitioners have informed the arresting authority that they were carrying the said wood from Arunachal Pradesh for delivering the same to the shop of one Abdul Ali at Nalbari. However, they could not produce any documents. So, Ms. Som, what is your submission?
My submission, Lordship, the case in question has already been seized by the police lordship, and they have spent considerable time in the jail. That apart lordship, it was wood floating.
Where
Those
it
are-
was floating.
That I have the instruction. It was floating timbers. That is kind of.
No, submission is not very convincing. Your submission, at least submission have to be convincing submission.
Yes, Lordship. So, Lordship may consider on the length of detention as well as the timber in question has already been recovered and seized by the presence of.
Learned counsel for the petitioner has submitted that the timber as the wood as well as the vehicle has already been seized, and the statement of the petitioners as well as the seizure witness have already been recorded. And as they have already undergone detention for last 21 days, considering the period of detention, they may be allowed to go on bail. On the other hand, an additional public prosecutor has produced the case diary of Bahata Chareli PS case number 120/2024 and has submitted that the petitioners have failed to that the seized wood were seized from the trucks which were driven by the petitioner number 1 and 2, and they have failed to produce any documents for the said wood. However, he has also submitted that in the seizure list, neither the quantity of the seized wood nor the weight or number of logs of the seized wood has been mentioned. Therefore, from the materials in the case diary, apart from the fact that the wood were seized from the trucks bearing registration number AS26AC1409 as well as AS1C101QC462C and 4622. Nothing could be ascertained regarding the quantity of the seized wood. Stop. He has also submitted that the investigating officer has also already recorded the statement of the seizure witnesses as well as the petitioners.
Three petitioners.
Three petitioners, within bracket 2 drivers and 1 handyman of the seized trucks. Considering the fact that the wood which is alleged to have been stolen have already been recovered and seized, and seizure witnesses have already been, statement of seizure witnesses have already been recorded. And considering the fact that the petitioners are already detained behind the bars for last 21 days, this court is of considered opinion that further custodial detention of the petitioners may not be necessary for fair completion of the investigation of the Bahata Chareli PS case number 120/2024 if they continue to cooperate with the investigating officer. Stop. In view of above, the petitioner is The above named petitioners are hereby allowed to go on bail of rupees 30,000 each with one surety of like amount to the satisfaction of learned SDJ Bromia,
Yes, Lordship.
learned SDJ Bromia with following conditions, number 1 and number 2. Send back the case diary.
Deeply
Given
obliged.
application with written release.
Deeply obliged.
Item 29 from supplementary.
May I please, your lordship. The last occasion, lordship was pleased to consider for considering the, my lord, LCR 10 copy of the LCR 439 application, my lord. Petitioner is the accused number 1 in the FIR, my lord. Accused number 2. Accused number 1 was granted bail by this honorable court. Order is at page, my lord, 30, annexure 5. My ground for, my lord, allowing bail is that, my lord, the search and seizure was conducted after sunset, my lord, in violation of the section 42(1). Have the judgment. Lordship was pleased to consider the bail application of accused number 1, my lord. Page 30. Accused number 1 is the owner.
Yes,
Lordship, Lordship, on earlier occasion, Lordship has made two queries in this part. Lordship, one is that whether the co-accused, those two co-accused who were granted bail by this honorable court, whether they were on the same footing or not, Lordship. It is the first query. Second one is that because the search was made after the sunset, whether the provision of law laid under the section this 42 proviso 2 was followed or not. So, Lordship, regarding the first point, my humble submission before your Lordship is that, Lordship, it is stated in the petition in the para 8 of this petition, page number 5, Lordship. May I read it out, Lordship? Paragraph 8 of the petition, Lordship.
Yeah.
Paragraph number 8, Lordship, page number 5.
Yes.
Yes. That it is stated that allegations made in the FIR against the present petitioner is not correct. On the day of search and seizure, the police party, when visited the house of Abdul Khalik, who was already being enlarged on bail, present petitioner attained there as a co-villager to see what is happening there. Suddenly, police personnel asked him to certain questions about the details. Questions about the details of Abdul Khalik, and there.
What is your name?
My name is, my lord,
Enamuddin.
Enamuddin. My lord, so far as the, my lord,
No, let him
Yes,
complete.
sorry.
Enamuddin.
Enamuddin.
Enamuddin. Accused number 2.
Certain question about the details of Abdul Khalik, and thereafter took him to the police station. After some time, he was informed about the arrest in connection with the case. Though nothing was recovered from the possession of the present petitioner, he was not the owner of the house. Now, that is the submission made by the petitioner in this. Now, Lordship, the order that is annexed with this petition, that is, Lordship, the paragraph 4 of the order, Lordship, it is page 31, Lordship. Learned counsel for the petitioner has submitted that the petitioner has been falsely implicated in this case and he is innocent. He has also submitted that the allegation level in the FIR against the present petitioner is not true. It is submitted by the learned counsel for the petitioner that on the day of search and seizure, the police party came to the house of the present petitioner with one Enamuddin along with a small gunny bag and accused petitioner of being a drug peddler and forcefully arrested. Now, this is the difference, Lordship. This is the difference.
But the FIR and the, my lord, charge sheet reflects that.
No, let him complete.
So, Lordship. So that is the different submission, both the different. So, Lordship, in this case, whenever my respectful submission, we are going to consider, Lordship is going to consider this bail petition. This parity will not come, and this is not related. This order will not affect this. Now, Lordship, from the case record,
I have gone through the case record, Lordship. Here, the authority letter was there. Whenever else, because it was made after the sunset. The authority letter was there. But before going to that part, Lordship,
Authority letter to conduct search after sunset.
yes, Lordship.
After sunset is not.
After
there.
sunset, very
Lordship has
clearly.
recorded, my lord.
Lordship, that is, because
Lordship
the
has recorded.
time was mentioned, Lordship. The time was mentioned, very clearly mentioned. I have gone through that. And that
Okay.
was flag mark, Lordship.
Where it is shown.
It is, I have flag marked as authority letter under section, Lordship. Under section 42, Lords.
Yo, এই সাইডে লাগাবো তো, You flag on the side.
Yes, Lordship, only that.
Lordship, kindly see order at page 33. Lordship, kindly see in the order copy. Your lordship has recorded, though in this.
No, let him complete, then I will understand properly. Because yes, what it shows.
Lordship, time is clearly mentioned. They have mentioned the section, the provision, Lordship. And Lordship, it is interlinked with the, because the, whenever they received the information, there was a first
No,
ZDE
but
entry
here
was
it is
made,
not
Lordship.
mentioned that you are authorized to conduct a raid after sunset. Though 6:40 time is mentioned.
Lordship, the section is mentioned there. Section 42 is mentioned, and all are interlinked, Lordship. Before that, Lordship, the GDA entry, I think Lordship 73 was there, earlier page. Then this one, authority letter. Then thereafter the GDA. In my understanding, Lordship, it is a totally, it is interlinked and connected, Lordship.
Okay.
And because it was made after, what I understand by reading this, the proviso to provided further that if such officer has reason to believe that search warrant or authorization cannot be obtained. In this case, that was obtained. Thereafter, that search was made, Lord. So that is my respectful
Your
submission
submission
before
is
your Lordship.
authority is there.
Yes, Lordship. That-
Therefore, he is not entitled.
Yes, Lordship, it is very clearly stated, 6:40 PM was stated. After sunset, the section, by which section he is empowered to issuing that section 41, he has mentioned. For to the purpose of section 42, that is also mentioned, Lordship. And Lordship, the
And-
earlier matter by where the co-accused was granted bail, that parity is not applicable, Lordship, in this matter. Because the submission made by the co-accused and the submission made by this petitioner, there's a difference in their statement, Lordship. And one statement is correct, Lordship, not the both, Lordship.
Last line, my lord. Ground for such, my lord, search and seizure should be recorded. That ground is not recorded there.
Lordship, if
In the
not
authorization.
received, Lordship, if not received, Lordship,
Ground for such,
provided,
provided. Ground
Also,
for such, my lord, that has to be recorded.
provided further that if such officer has reason to believe that a search warrant or authorization, here the authorization, cannot be obtained without affording opportunity for the concealment of evidence or facility for the escape of an offender, he may enter and search such building, conveyance, or enclosed place at any time between sunset and sunrise after recording the grounds
Yes.
of his building.
No such recording is
Lordship,
there.
now that is, it will be read along with that.
No
that
such recording is there.
he has reason to believe
In
that
the
a search
authorization-
warrant or authorization
Okay.
cannot be obtained.
What
So
is
that-
your submission?
My lord, with regards to that, my lord, this authorization.
As regards his,
This, my lord, the law provides that authorization should record for such, my lord, search and seizure at night, sunset to sunrise, my lord. And that has to be recorded specifically in the authorization. That is not there. And so far the seizure is concerned, that is also not reflected. And admittedly, the search and seizure was conducted at 7:50 PM, my lord. And lordship has recorded this detail in paragraph 8 of the order.
okay, I'll consider his submission and
Yes. And he's behind bar for more than 415 days now. Well, and the recovery was made from the place of the accused number one. And secondly, so far as the my lord's submission of the, it is the submission of the counsel for the my lord, accused number one, my lord. That, and so far, lordship will consider the FIR and the my lord charge sheet. That reveals that recovery was made from the house of the accused number one, my lord.
In his presence, lordship. In the presence of the present petitioner also, lordship.
That is the case of the my lord, prosecution, my lord.
Lordship,
If that we saw, the
conscious
accused
position,
number
lordship.
one and the present petitioner is the my lord, is the same footing, my lord.
Heard Mr. J.M.A. Chaudhary, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. K. Bosho, learned additional public prosecutor. Monday I will pass out. Let this case be listed for delivery of orders on 27/5. To ভিতর দেখো। চিঠি রাখি।
My lord, in this case, my lord, a person is arrested, my lord, whose name is Joynal Haq.
Name is?
Joynal Haq, my lord. I am not a Joynal Haq, my lord. Joynal Haq arrested with Yaba tablets. And
Joynal Haq is arrested
with Yaba tablets.
Okay.
Kindly see his forwarding, my lord, page 22. And in the FIR, my implication is page 14. Page 14, my lord.
Page?
14.
Yes.
In the middle portion, may I read, my lord? On spot interrogation of the apprehended accused person, namely Joynal Haq, he categorically purportedly confessed that he had peddled the seized suspected Yaba tablets as per instruction of Jamal Hussain, who has been staying at a rented house situated at Sharapur, Bhanga Bazar, and he further depicted the rented house of him explicitly too. Thus, on completion of all the due formalities as per law, I, along with staff and WBC Hamida Begum of Budalpur PS, equipped with tools, rushed to Sharapur, Bhanga Bazar at 3:50 p.m., leaving the apprehended person as well as seized items at the custody of the Karimganj PS staff under supervision of ASP Hoxha. On arrival at the rented house of Jamal Hussain as described by Joynal Haq, I asked the reliable persons, including BDPS, explaining the reason of searching the house of him with the request to approach some of them as witness. Thus, I started the searching on the rented house of Jamal Hussain, son of late Anwaruddin so-and-so, the process, in presence of the following individuals as mandated under section 165 CRPC after duly body search of the police person. On searching, next page, my lord. On searching, I found a black polythene hanging on the wall of the kitchen of the house and checked the black polythene foil. I recovered another black polythene inside it within 4 packets and 8 numbers of loose blue colored tablets containing suspected Yaba tablet. Accordingly, at 5:30 p.m., I started seizure process in presence of the following witness and seized the items mentioned below. After weighing by digital weighing machine, Malya so-and-so, weight for 0.989 kgs, and subsequently packed the same in a yellow envelope, followed by sealing with la and seal and obtaining respective signature of the witnesses and submission here. The seizing officer has
So these 8 numbers of blue packets were seized from your possession,
8 numbers of not my possession, my
from your house,
from my rented house, where it is saying the rented house, but I am not staying that house.
but it is your rented house.
They are saying that. Police is saying that it is my rented house. But I am not admitting that this is my house, and I was not at house, man. I am usually stay at a different place, man, at my home, my lord.
Now this is Bail application or anticipatory bail?
It's a AB, Lordship, 438 application. Now, Lordship, in this case, before going to there's the facts of the case. Lordship, in this case, summon was issued. Search sheet was filed, summon was issued, he was declared as an absconder by police, thereafter that was filed.
My
2 days, the summon was issued, Lordship.
Thereafter,
Thereafter, he has filed this.
court has declared as absconder.
Not court. Court has, police has declared, someone has issued, that is in the very initial stage.
Now, only summons are,
No, Lordship, that is not there. And now the part is there, Lordship, during the interrogation, his name was there. And from that,
no, now only summons are issued.
yes, only summons are issued.
You
Lordship.
appear before the court.
Yes, Lordship,
Pilot-
that I am stating,
My
Lordship, I have flag marked all
My
the
humble
parts.
submission, my lord, I am covered under Tufan Singh judgment. So, recovery is,
Tufan Singh judgment, you make the trial court understand,
so,
because trial court has not arrested you, it has issued summons against you. If you are not to be detained,
my apprehension, my lord, if I appear, my lord, I may be arrested and I will.
that is wrong apprehension. You have not even appeared. You have to appear
Yes, Lord.
and then make the trial court understand about the Tufan Singh judgment.
My lord,
On
my humble
29
submission-
for
Because
2000.
trial court is empowered to grant you bail.
Yes, Lord.
This is right, my lord, by, in the similar circumstances, my lord, the learned coordinate benches.
No
passes this-
similar circumstance.
My lord, there are order I have annexed, my lord. Kindly see, my lord, these orders, my lord, kindly see.
Already we have gone through that order
Kindly
in
see, my
earlier matter.
Page,
No, you have to appear before the court.
My lord, I will appear with some conditions. Your lordship may grant any
Lordship,
conditions. My
someone
lord.
is-
Only
Lordship,
condition
On
is,
appearance, my lord, my bail petition may be,
now there is no apprehension. Now only summons are issued. On the strength of summons, nobody can arrest you.
if I appear.
Whether
my-
anybody can arrest you on the strength of summons. And by appearing, it is on the court. You have to convince the court whether Tufan Singh is applicable or not. What court will do on that, you are apprehending that you may not be granted bail.
But my lord, my submission, I am before your lordship, my lord. Your lordship.
You are wrongly before this court.
I will appear. my
Last
lord.
on Lordship, 29 for 2024, issue summon phrase. 33 2024, issue summon phrase. 1 to 2024, issue summon phrase.
You appear before the trial court. I'll pass orders.
My lord, any positive observation may be given so that I can.
Positive observation is that you have to appear before the
Lord.
trial court and you have to make prayer before that court. Any prayer
Lordship.
which that court will consider if you are entitled to any relief as per law or not. I'll pass orders, go through the orders.
I'll get to item number 7 of today's list. Lordship. Admission matters, Lordship. This matter may be taken up on next Wednesday. He is behind the bar. Lordship.
No, no fixed date. This will be left over. You pray.
He is behind the bar, Lordship.
No, I am not taking criminal bench. I am taking up division bench. So you have to pray before the registry. Registry will fix a date. You make the prayer before registry that he is beyond the bar. It will list the case.
Briefly.